Aan tafel nu een componist uit Duitsland, Konstantin Heuer. Konstantin, I'm very glad you're here. Welcome. Last night we heard your piece called Alaska. It was performed by the Vocalab and by string players of the Utrecht Conservatory.
Yeah.
Are you happy with the performance? Was it okay? Was it like you hoped?
I was very happy with the players, both the Vocalab and the string, and yeah, it was a pleasure to work with them, and I had a nice time while the rehearsals. I think the church is it's a bit difficult to get the right balance there, but yeah, from some other point of view it's a nice place. But I think be here and to have the chance that this kind of difficult piece is performed at all, and of course, in a very professional way.
Yeah, and the Vocalab is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, they can do almost anything with their voices.
And they are very quick, so like I think sometimes I say like very difficult things there, so I say something and afterwards I say yeah, it's almost like this, but not too much and something, but they can just do it quite as I wanted within the first 1 or 2 tries.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Could you tell us a bit more about yourself? When did you start composing? Have you always been hoping to be a composer or wanting to be a composer?
Actually, I started with some experimental rock bands. And after some time things got more and more complex, and at some time I wished to expand the setting, like write for other instruments, and of course I wanted to have some. So I'm a kind of person that wishes to have some academic background too, and so I decided to do music for my life while I was playing in bands, and then but I like to have the thing that I want to do in my life. I want to have a academic or the highest level of education you can have at this, and that's why I just considered what to study exactly, and I've chose like classical instrumental composition.
Yeah. So is the rock band or experimental rock band background still something which is sounding through in what you're doing right now in your compositions? Oh, there's the organ.
So that's not that long ago. So it's like I started to study 3 years ago, and I think so kind of serious guy like me just works really hard in the first years of the study, and so maybe I broke a bit with the things I've done before, but I think maybe later they will turn back in some way. So actually right now I think I cannot say it. There is no direct influence or.
Okay. Where did you? Are you still studying now?
Yes, of course.
Okay. And where are you studying?
I'm in Rostock.
In Rostock. Okay. Yeah. Is there a specific influence from the classical or the compositional tradition, either German or otherwise, which you?
Of course. So I started I started with the 50s, I think. So I discovered the Ligeti in Stockhausen, and I tried to find a position towards them. But now I think the music that I most adore is the Renaissance music.
Oh, really?
So that's why I really enjoy to be in the Netherlands. And so now I'm trying to take some principles or some rules out of this music and put it into new contexts like microtonal structures. And so like for 1.5 years I'm only thinking about things like this. How can I take the very first rules of counterpoints of the very first rules of the European art music, and how can I transform them into something new without breaking them? So I don't want to negate them or just do the opposite, but I want to take them and only expand them, but they should stay the way they are meant. I hope that this is possible. That's my dream. Or my
So it's, if I understand correctly, it's using or taking the Renaissance music as a starting point, but then changing the musical paradigms of it, or the musical starting points from that era. Is that correct? How I should understand it?
Yes. So I take the material we now have, and I hierarchize or I develop a structure to do the things in some order, but the things I order I order the new material after the old rules. So you can say it like this, very simple sense. Okay.
Well, it sounds simple, but the results is impressive. If we take a look at your piece, which was performed last night by the Vocalab, Alaska, is that something where you can still recognize the starting point from the Renaissance music? I mean, it's vocal, like a lot of Renaissance music, but...
So what I'm doing now is I try to do this.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that I just have achieved something like this.
Okay.
But
no. Okay.
But no, actually it's a bit difficult because this piece is quite expressive and it's Gottfried Benn. It's not so the relation to the Renaissance is a bit loose.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
But because it's hard to do those things because the tradition that I come off now is the 50s, like I said first, and now how to come out of the 50s from Ligeti and Stockhausen, the German classical modern for composition students nowadays. That's very classical things. Yeah. And how to come out of this, adoring the Renaissance music, and now finding a way to compose that you neither get rid of yourself, nor get rid of the 50s, nor get rid of the adorable Renaissance music. So, and that's why maybe the pieces will be a bit different until I may sometimes will find the thing that I really want to do. So I cannot say that Alaska is exactly what I want to do. No. But I think it's, so compared to some earlier pieces, it's a big step in the direction. In some.
Could you tell a bit more about is Alaska about something? Is the text about something, or is it a story, or is there a plot to it or something?
So it's a very it's a poem out of the from the expressionism. It's from 1911, so there are many ways to look at it, I think, but my way is I think the major issue is the contradictory character of human to be at one time God and at be animal at another time. So I think this is a basic theme of a poem, poetry, and I think, but I think there's much about this issue in this text. So yeah, that's very general, I know, but
yeah. So it's you could say it's an abstract theme, so to speak.
Yes,
yeah.
Of course, it's like poetry, so it's very concrete, it's very powerful images, but I think the theme is, I think it's that concrete because the theme is so abstract that you can best speak about it in being very concrete.
Yeah. Last night's performance by the Vocal Lab, we also saw that they are bringing in some theatrical elements. You know, they're walking around the audience, etc. Is that something which interests you as well?
No.
Well, you're just about this. You're interested in the sound.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a really traditional, conservative composer.
Okay.
I just because maybe it's because I come out of this.
The rock band.
Just I'm interested in music, and I try to find out what music really is, and what characteristic music must have to be really music, and I just want to pay attention to all those things. And so I'm and this quite
I'm asking this because I think it is an issue. There is a large number of growing number of composers who are looking to other forms of art.
Okay.
You know, video or staging what they're doing.
I'm very interested in other forms of art, and I really would like to work about this, but I think it should be a cooperation then with somebody that do this all his time, because I think for my point of view for me it takes all my time to just get maybe sometimes get the ability to write a piece that is worth this thing.
Well, it is a development, of course, also in your own musical career and in your own skill development, which of course you're.
So I would be really interesting, for example, to write for dance, for something that can be. But I will not design the dancing performance.
No,
it must be. Yeah, but there, of course, Stockhausen did such things. But I'm very. I think it's dangerous. Because there are some people that they just dance themselves since they were 4 years old or something, and they just. I think I cannot do something worthy in this. But it's only my opinion. And there are works, crossover works that single persons do that I quite like.
But you're right. There is a difference in ability and discipline, and to be able to do a performance or to develop a performance or to compose a dance performance is something different. It's a different mastership, so to speak.
But you know that one of the nicest moments when you get to know somebody that is all this time concerned with some other art, and you suddenly see the difference but see the togetherness of both as well, and maybe you will meet some person that just is you if you have studied graphical design or something. So, and that's really nice, and I hope that I've just meet such people and can work with them together sometimes.
Last question about meeting people. You are in the Gaudiamus Muziekweek right now for 7 days in Utrecht, meeting all other composers from all over the world. Is that something you, you're only here for 3 days now, I think?
Yes.
So is there something you already feel like, oh, this is really valuable for me in meeting other young composers or musicians, etc.?
Of course. And the nice thing about Gaudeamus is that it's a whole week, and there's a piece of everybody is performed on a very high level, so you really can speak about the music of and because at some other festivals you only get to know their scores, but here you have a performance and yeah, they're very interesting other participants. So and I really enjoy to get them to know.
Yeah. Konstantin, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy your stay, and I wish you lots of success. Thank you.
Thank you.